candidate for the KCSE 2020 year is Simiu Wanjala Robinson from Moranga High School, getting 87.334. Now, here on Citizen Television, we have him here. His very first interview, I believe, on television. Simiu is now joining me on phone. That is KCSE 2020 top candidate, Simiu Wanjala Robinson. Simiu, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Yvonne. Here is Simiu himself. I'm the father, but you can speak to him first.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Baba Robinson. Let's have Robinson on the line.
Hello.
Hi, Robinson. How are you doing?
I am fine, thank you.
So tell me, do you get to hear the results just the way we all do on television?
Yeah, I was actually sitting there. Of course, I was very nervous.
So tell us what it was like to hear your name read out by the Cabinet Secretary as the top candidate of KCSE 2020. What was your reaction?
Actually, I was just lost for words, and I was so surprised, actually.
So were you at home? Were you with family, friends? Tell us about this moment for you.
I was actually at home, sitting in the sitting room with all the family. Yeah, and we were about to have lunch, but of course, with the tension, I could not. So I just waited.
Did you think you would be in the top 10, top candidate, top 15, top 50? What were your expectations of your performance?
By the time I got in Form 4, I targeted to be the best, but I was not really expecting it this much. I just expected to perform well, actually.
Yeah, tell me what this was like for you. I mean, out of school for 9 months, coming in, there was, what was your experience like? Did you do the online learning? Was it a hybrid? What was that experience for you throughout that critical year?
The experience was tough, actually, but I thanked the school because they ensured that we had online lessons all through. And they even did exams, and yeah, I just tried to be committed and remain focused until the very end. It was very tough, actually, but I thank God.
Yeah, were there times where you got distracted? I don't know where there was, you know, connectivity issues, maybe even the cost of getting online for that?
Yeah. There were quite many issues in between there, especially during the holiday.
Yeah.
But I just tried to remain focused, and yeah, I thank God finally it is. Yeah, the hard work has been paid.
So, Wanjala, what is next for you? You're the top candidate this year. What do you want to do from here going forward?
I'd like to take a course in medicine at the University of Nairobi, hopefully.
Okay, and what had you applied for? What courses had you applied for?
I had applied for medicine as the first one, then there was engineering, yeah.
Okay, I mean, you definitely now, I mean, as a top candidate, I imagine you have choice.
Yeah.
Of all the selections you made, I think it's really up to you now to make a pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for speaking with us, Simiu Wanjala Robinson, the top KCSE 2020 candidate. We really appreciate your time on that. What's your advice to other candidates? Remember, there's other students who are going through perhaps another tough time this year and next year with the accelerated learning. What is your advice to them?
What I would advise everyone is to stick to their dreams. Let no one tell them that it's impossible. Just stick with it, even if all the odds are against it. Just continue working and pray to God. Yeah, keep God first. God is everything.
Absolutely. Thank you for speaking with us. Are you able to put your father on the line? Perhaps we could speak with him as well?
Yeah, true.
Thank you, Simiu.
Yes, Yvonne, I'm right here. How are you?
I am very fine. You must be a proud father right now.
Of course, yeah, sure I am, and I really thank God for Robin. He's been a very focused boy right from primary.
Yeah.
And he came from a very low primary school, which was Gashia Primary School, which is a local primary school. Then he went to Moranga High School. But I really like to thank God and the focus and discipline which he had. And his teachers, right from the deputy primary school and the deputy again, Muranga High School, and the principal, and everyone else who supported him. He was so focused. Robin is the one guy who was so focused. He would know what he wants to do, and no one would dissuade him from what he wanted to achieve.
Now, Baba Simiu, we've talked to your son about what it was like, with online learning. But from a parent's perspective, what has the last year been like for you in terms of cost, in terms of even worrying about, the disruption of the calendar? How were you able to manage this as a parent for your child?
To be honest, I was devastated when COVID set in and it disrupted the education calendar, because I had very many high hopes in him. But speaking to him, he said, "Don't worry, Dad, just give me a tablet. Whatever online studies are happening, I'll be online." And the teachers were very supportive. So he managed to navigate through just by remaining focused through some online learning which was being done by Muranga High School. He remained close to the teachers. The deputy visited him once in my home. So all along he was just focused. Robin was the one guy who had a strict timetable. He would wake up at 8. And he will go through all that by himself. He would break for lunch, go back to studies and all that. So he was very organized. At some point, I felt like his dreams could be shattered by COVID. But I thank God that he was, as long as he's been able to go through and do what he did.
And what's your advice to other parents? Like you said, it was a tough time for you with COVID. There's other parents who are also going through the same. In fact, term 3 of 2020 has commenced today, and they will no doubt be going through accelerated learning. I think after this term, they will get a 1-week break and then go back to school. And, there will be a raft of exams in 2022 to make up for lost time. What's your advice to other parents as they help their children go through this time?
I think my advice to parents generally, even before I come to the accelerated calendar, is that it's good to empower your children and let them make decisions of what they want to become and what they want to do. I'm the one parent who never interfered so much with what Robin was doing, but I trusted the teachers. The advice that was coming from the teachers, I just kept him close to the teachers. I wasn't following up completely on everything that he was doing, but I trusted him. So it's important for a parent to trust your child and empower him to make decisions about what he wants to do, what he wants to become. And again, trust the teachers more, because the teachers are in that profession. They know better what our sons are meant for. So for me to navigate through, actually, more of the work was being done by the teachers, the closeness to the teachers, supporting the teachers, and supporting Robin in whatever decision he wanted to make towards his success. So I would encourage the parents not to worry, even if we have COVID and all these challenges, is that everyone else is going through the same challenges. But if you empower your child, create room for them to make decisions, and also trust the teachers to be able to navigate your children through, you'll never go wrong. Success will always come.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for speaking with us. Congratulations once again to you, your son, Simiu Robinson Wanjala, and of course the entire family.